guys, it's Brooke here, and today I'm going to talk to you about dry shampoo. Now, dry shampoo, you might be thinking, what is it? Or I've heard of it and I don't understand the hype. Or you might know a lot about dry shampoo and just be coming to this video to hear a second opinion. I'm talking about today in addressing, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite dry shampoos that I currently own, as well as one I have borrowed from someone else. And I'm also going to show you how I typically apply a dry shampoo. Okay, so the first dry shampoo I'm going to talk to you about today is Rockaholic. It is by Bedhead. It is called Dirty Secret. It is a spray dry shampoo. As far as dry shampoos go, I feel like they fulfill one of two things: a need for volume or a need for cleanliness. All dry shampoos are going to say they do both, but they don't do both really well. So typically when I buy a dry shampoo, I look for something that either is going to be a volumizing shampoo or a cleaning shampoo, just depending on what I feel like I need and or want. This one in particular is a cleansing shampoo. It does give a little bit of volume, as do all dry shampoos. They're going to give a little bit because you're spraying or putting a powder into your hair, but it's not something I reach for when I'm looking for volume. It's something I reach for when my roots are looking a little bit oily, second or third day hair, and I just need a quick cleansing pick-me-up. As far as scent goes, it has a very citrusy type scent. I don't think the scent is like a hit or a miss. I don't think it really matters for this product. It does a really good job soaking up that oil, but you can feel it. It's got like a heaviness to it, which might be a con to some people. For me, that's not something that bothers me. And a quick tip on getting rid of heaviness from a dry shampoo is to put it in the night before when you go to bed, and next morning it's got your hair clean, but you don't feel that textury heaviness in your roots up here. So I like this shampoo for getting the oil away. I guess that's why they call it Rockaholic, because they promote it with rock stars, because rock stars live a very fast-paced lifestyle where they don't have a lot of time to shampoo their hair. As far as a cast goes for the shampoo, if this might be something you don't know about, but a lot of people complain with dry shampoos that they leave sort of a white cast on your hair. This one in particular, I don't feel like it leaves a cast on my hair, but I have blonde hair, so I can't really give you an expert opinion on that. I have lent it out to friends who have darker hair, and they do say that it does leave somewhat of a white cast, but it's pretty easy to fix just by massaging it in a little bit better and spraying it farther away, so I don't think that's a con. It would be something I think I would repurchase in the future. I purchased a lot of them at one time because I got them on sale when it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is why my can was pink. They're typically black, but I do think even full price it would be something that's worth the money and worth repurchasing. Okay, so the next product I'm going to talk to you about is also in the Rockaholic line by Bedhead. It is their Dirty Secret Dry Conditioner. And you might be thinking to yourself right now, I thought this was a video about dry shampoo, but I only have one dry conditioner. I actually didn't even know about dry conditioners till I happened to see this product. And I believe it was a TJ Maxx or Marshalls type of thing. And I saw it and I was like, oh my god, dry conditioner, I need to try this. But I felt it was fitting to put in this video because it sort of falls in that line. The main difference between dry shampoo and dry conditioner is basically that you're spraying dry shampoo really on your roots and your scalp to suck up oil. And with the dry conditioner, using it to kind of revitalize and texturize. So you're spraying it from mid-shaft to the ends of your hair. You don't need to massage it in. Sometimes I just kind of brush it through. And it kind of gives my hair a little bit of life, but it also gives it texture. So if I'm going to do a style like an updo or some braids or something that requires a little bit of hold, I find that this works a lot better than oil, and it's a valuable product to have. I don't know if any other brands make dry conditioner, so feel free to comment below and let me know if you know of any brands that make dry conditioner, but it is something I think is a good thing to have in your collection. So the next dry shampoo I'm going to talk about is by Big Sexy Hair, and it is their volumizing dry shampoo. It is also a spray type shampoo, and this falls into the category of more of a volumizing dry shampoo than a cleansing dry shampoo. I do feel like this may take up some of the oils. Like if my hair is looking really oily and I spray this in, I don't feel like it looks as oily, but it's not the one I go to when I want clean hair. In fact, I use this dry shampoo on my hair sometimes when it's first washed. It gives excellent volume and lift at the roots. It's incredible what it does. The downsides to this shampoo are it does have a very heavy weight consistency in your hair. You can absolutely feel it in your hair. Like I said once again, and I'll repeat here, that kind of thing doesn't bother me, but if you're someone where that does bother you, feeling it in your hair, then I would not recommend this product. However, if you're someone who has very flat hair and needs a lot of volume and a pinch, I do feel like this does that job really, really well. As far as a cast for this one goes, I have never noticed any kind of white cast whatsoever or any residue left on my hair, which is a really good thing about it. So overall, if you're looking for something that's going to add a lot of volume that you can use on first day hair, second day hair, whatever you want, you just want some nice lift, this would be a product I would definitely recommend, and it's fairly inexpensive. So the next dry shampoo I'm going to be talking about today is a spray again. It is by Toni Guy, and it is their cleansing dry shampoo. Now, what most drew me to this dry shampoo was the smell. Oh my god, it smells incredible. It has a very clean type of smell, but it's a little bit stronger, and the smell does linger throughout the day. So it's just a really nice thing to have your hair smelling really good. As the bottle says, it's a cleansing dry shampoo. It doesn't really advertise that it's super volumizing, so this would not be one I went to if I was trying to get a lot of volume or styling my hair. I would go to this if I had oily roots and I just really needed to pick me up and I needed them to be cleaner and I wanted a nice smell that day. As far as this compared to the Bedhead one, I do feel like this is a little bit more weighty than the Bedhead one that does the cleansing. Like, you can very much feel this in your hair, which I talked about Bedhead being a little bit weighty. This one is even more so, but I feel like the smell makes up for that. And also, same thing with this one, you can put it in the night before and then you lose a lot of that feeling in your hair. And that feeling is not something that's super big deal to me. Other than that, it doesn't, to me, at all leave a white cast. I haven't noticed that at all with this dry shampoo. So I think that's a good pro about it, and it's moderately inexpensive, so it would be one I repurchase again. I really like. The next dry shampoo I'm going to talk about is by Macadamia Oil, and it is their volumizing dry shampoo. And it advertises that it texturizes, refreshes, and revitalizes your hair. Okay, so here's a dry shampoo I'm going to talk about again that enhances volume. This one advertises volume. It's telling you we're going to give you oomph and volume and voluminous, luxurious locks of hair. I do feel like it does give you a pretty decent amount of volume, not so much so as the big sexy hair. However, I do not feel this in my hair at all. So if you want something that gives you a nice bit of volume, but isn't as heavy feeling in your hair, I feel like this is a really good compromise between the two. As far as cleansing is concerned, I don't feel like it sops up a lot of the excess oils by your roots. Obviously some, but not as much as something like the Bedhead or the Toni Guy would, because they're known for cleansing. I purchased this also at like I believe a Ross or a TJ Maxx type of store. I saw it just like the conditioner and I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. I didn't even realize Macadamia made a dry shampoo. And I got it at a heavy discount, so I thought it worth the purchase. And one of the reasons I really like macadamia oil products is because they have more natural, healthy ingredients that help boost up your hair instead of like tearing it apart. And I in particular have really dry hair, like especially at the ends right here. So I like products that sort of add hydration to my hair, and I feel like this does a really good job with giving you volume but not sucking the life out of your hair. So overall, it's something I would purchase. Again, macadamia oil products are fairly expensive, but I do think they are one line of products that are really worth your bang for your buck. And a dry shampoo that looks a little bit different than all the other ones I have shown you. And this is because this is a powder dry shampoo versus the previous spray dry shampoos I've shown you. And this is by a line called Bumble Bumble, and it is their Pret a powder. And it's equal parts dry shampoo, style extender, and volume in a pinch. Now usually when I read labels on packages that advertise what the product is able to do, I feel like it's very exaggerated. This is not the case. Bumble Bumble Pret a powder is like fairy dust. It's like magical, wonderful, amazing goodness. It is probably my favorite dry shampoo I own. And as you can see, once again I'll show you, the bottle is pretty small. It's only 2 ounces and it's fairly expensive for 2 ounces, but it does last a really long time. The opening at the top of this is very small, and a lot of people complain about that in product reviews, but I think that's really good because it only gets a little bit out, and that's all you need with this. And this is a product I don't have to, as I put it, baby. A lot of dry shampoos I feel like I have to do a lot of teasing with a teasing brush and massaging, and as I call babying. And this, you don't have to do any of that. You literally put it in your hair, rub your fingers around a little bit, and it looks like tousled, beautiful, voluminous perfection. It is an amazing product. It has led me to buy many more products from Bumble Bumble, which are also amazing and will be talked about maybe in a later video. but it is something I really love. As far as cleansing goes, I do feel like powders are as close as you're going to get to a product that does both cleansing and volumizing, but I really turn to this more for volumizing. I use this on first day hair. I've literally just washed my hair. I'm styling it. I'm going somewhere important. And I will put this in my hair on that very clean hair, and it looks gorgeous and amazing, and it makes your hair look like exceptionally good without putting in effort, which is always kind of the style I like to put off. Like, I put in no effort, but my hair looks amazing naturally. Okay, so unfortunately, the last dry shampoo I'm going to talk to you about today, I don't actually have the bottle. I borrowed it from a friend, and I gave it back before I decided to make this video, but I can talk about it, and I forgot to mention earlier, but I will leave in the description box below all the links to the product, so I will leave a link for this product so you can look at it yourself and see if it's something you're considering purchasing or just want to know more about. But it is by Stila, which you might be thinking, because I was thinking when I first heard this, Stila, don't they just make cosmetics like makeup and amazing eyeliner pens? No, they actually make dry shampoo. However, I have not seen this dry shampoo in any of my local beauty stores like a Sephora or an Ulta. I believe it's something you have to kind of purchase online. And it is also a powder, like the Bumble and Bumble powder. So it's similar to that in the fact that it does get up some of the oil, and it also gives you a lot of nice volume. The difference to me between the Stila and the Bumble and Bumble powder, well, there are a few things actually. Firstly, I feel like the Stila powder actually has a smell. I believe on the box it was advertised to have a jasmine type smell. It does have that smell. I feel like it smells nice when you put it on for a couple hours, maybe after, then it kind of dissipates. So if it's something you're looking for, like you want something really good smelling, that wouldn't be something I would recommend first. But it does have a nice smell when you put it right on your hair. And also, it's a little bit heavier than the Bumble and Bumble powder. Like, I do feel it in my hair, which, like I said, doesn't usually bother me. But if that's something that bothers you, I would not at all recommend that product, because I definitely feel like you feel it in your hair. Partly because, believe it or not, people don't think packaging is important in a product, but I feel like the opening at the top of the Stila bottle is a lot bigger than on the Bumble and Bumble powder bottle. And so you like get a ton, like it comes out like a little bit like a waterfall. So you really have to massage it into your hair with your fingers and kind of like shake it, and then you're going to get that nice volume. Don't really use it for cleansiness, use it for volume. It is a nice product to have. As far as I'm personally concerned, I feel like Bumble and Bumble powder is magical, and I would never try to buy powder to replace that unless I knew it was also magical. So I wouldn't waste my money on the Stila product, but I do know some people who claim it really gets the oil out by your roots. I don't really have super oily roots, so I don't notice that. It does make your hair look slightly cleaner, but to me it's not worth the money because it's almost as expensive as the Bumble and Bumble powder, and I feel like that does a much better job at making your hair look voluminous. So I feel like we can't just talk about dry shampoo and review the product without showing you how I actually use it. And I just want to put a disclaimer out there. This is how I use dry shampoo. I'm not telling you this is the right way or the only way. It's just the way that works best for me. So typically I start out with hair, whatever. This is kind of like my natural hair. And this is second day hair for me. So there's a little bit of oil right here at my roots. So we just want to get rid of that. And I think I'm going to show you on this side how to use a powder, and on this side of my head how to use the spray. Use them the same way, but you're going to see the difference between one that's more cleansing, one that's more volumizing. So we're going to start out here with the powder. So the first thing I do when I'm doing a dry shampoo is I take my teasing brush. I love this thing because not only does it do a really good job teasing, but it has this narrow-edged, almost rat tail handle that makes it really good for sectioning and parting your hair. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to take my first section of hair. Use the comb, kind of lift, pull it across. You don't have to perfectly clean, nice sections. This is not like a style we're doing. This is just dry shampoo. So I've come up here. I've got this nice section here. I'm going to come in with my Bumble and Bumble powder. Twisting the cap off. You're going to see me come up here, my roots. Look, you can see it. It's white. Okay. Then I'm going to massage it in, like all good dry shampoos. This one, I feel like you hardly have to do that at all, though. I would tease if I was, like, really in need and going out somewhere, but this one, like I said, you don't really have to baby, so I just do that. Now I come in. Neaten it out. And as you can tell, just look at this. Compared to this half of my head already, look how much volume it is. And I barely babied. Like, flat. Wow. Big difference. But it doesn't look like it's any less greasy as this side. I mean, a little bit less, but not so much. So there's how you would use a powder, and there's the kind of lift you're going to get from the Bumble Bumble one in particular. So now I'm going to show you the process again, but this time using a more cleansing spray type dry shampoo instead of the volumizing one I used on this half of my head. So again, we're going to come in, kind of run straight through, rake it on over. This little bad boy needed to get there. Alright, we got that nice part where you can see my scalp. I'm going to come in with this can. Big thing about like spray shampoos like this is you really need to shake them each time you spray. I'm going to leave some distance. Not like right here, right here. Spray it in. This one I really massage because you can even see like a tiny bit of residue in my hair. And I'm really massaging in more so than the Bumble and Bumble. And then that layer is done. Now, in comparison to the other side, I don't know if you can see it so much on camera, but I feel like this one has a lot more volume. This one's a lot flatter. It's cleaner though, it feels cleaner, but I can feel it right here when I'm touching my hair. This one, like, I can barely feel it at all, and it's got like such nice, just effortless volume, whereas this one's kind of just a little bit flatter to my head still. It doesn't really look like it did much in terms of that, but it does look cleaner. So that is a good feature of this one, and that's the difference. You can see there's a lot more of the shaking of the can and the massaging. There's a lot less of that, but you're going to get cleanliness here and volume here. And then lastly, I'm going to come in. I don't just do the sides of my hair. I feel like that would look weird. I come back here and I do the crown of my hair. So again, take my teasing comb. Have that nice section. Don't I look awesome? It looks so pretty. It's how I'm going to wear my hair all the time. And you can use spray or powder. I'm actually just going to use the spray because I have the can open. Spray it in. Usually I want more volume back here, but if it's a dirty hair day, then we'll do the spray. Flip it back over. Sort of massage this. I'm like trying to tussle myself just to get like that nice peak at the back. And then if I was doing this the night before, I'm not going to show you this, I'm going to tell you. If I was doing this the night before for clean hair, I would flip my head over like this. I'll show you. I'm not going to show you the spray. And I would spray the back of my neck because that's a place where you collect a lot of oil. And then just massage it in really good. And that's it for the tutorial part and the end of this video. Thanks guys for watching, and leave a comment down below if you have any good suggestions for another type video relating to beauty, fashion, lifestyle, anything along those lines. Bye!